Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome to the Spirit Speaks experience. I'm Rosemary Lonnie Knight. I am the prosperity minister and business coach to ambitious spiritual people, determined to make at least 5 to 10K each and every month whilst living luxuriously in your purpose. I help you leave behind the pain, the limiting beliefs of the past to rise victorious in your true design life, which I believe is a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life, if you will claim it. If you will claim it. We're all about combining the practical action with spiritual principles in order to create real-world results. And step one for you is to get a copy of my book, The Money Manifestation Mastery and Strategic Divine Guidance book, which you can get by going to the link in my bio or messaging me the word book. And it's, anyway, go see what it's about. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at today's divine download. Today's divine download, or the divine download anyways, it's something that I do every single day. I sit down with the divine, ask for a message for the community, and I share it with my paying clients, and I take some of my previous ones to share with you guys. So here we go. Divine download for today. Listen in. Listen in. First, you believe me, then you hear me. First, you believe in yourself, then you trust that you can hear me, then you trust what you hear, then you trust enough to act on what you hear. I am speaking to you. I do desire to support you in becoming all that you dream of and more. I do see what you cannot see, and though at times it is hard for you to truly comprehend the magnitude of what I try to get to you, you feel the truth of it within you. You feel the call to greater things, and you want to follow that call while at the same time, you are scared that you will look quite the fool when it all comes to nothing. Your fear of looking the fool is sometimes bigger than your desire for change. And so you stay in this painful place of almost breaking through, but not quite giving it enough power to truly break through. Stop pretending not to know and decide what must now be. Decide what you will truly commit to. Decide and act as though you have decided. You cause your own pain when you try to be both full of faith and full of fear. You do not say that that is what you're doing, of course. You say you are being logical and sensible. Okay. So you are that, that's the divine download. Yeah. And you are that ambitious spiritual person. You're not lazy. You are smart. You're not sitting down doing nothing. You probably have some kind of profession or a great business and you have qualifications, maybe even have some healing qualifications or coaching qualifications or whatever. You're that one that is considered the capable one, the dependable one, the one that people come to for advice. You handle things. You have a reputation for being able to handle things. You have it together, man. And you try very hard to be logical and sensible and reasonable and responsible, all the time. Okay. But there's a part of you that wants more than just this persona that you now embody. You want more money. You want to live in your purpose because you don't actually always feel very fulfilled in what you're doing right now. You want freedom to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, freedom. You want to be fully expressed. You want that divine connection. And you want to be able to make money whilst doing your purpose work. Okay. You feel the call to use your skills, your spiritual wisdom, your insights to actually help other people. And you already do it, possibly for free. You might even use some of these skills in your workplace, but you want to do, there's a message inside of you that you want to bring through. Okay. But then you say things like, as much as I would like this, I have to be logical. I have to be sensible. I can't just follow a feeling. I have responsibilities. I need proof first that things are going to work. I need to think about it some more. Okay. And that's how you stay underpaid, because you call it logic, but actually it's just a lack of faith. And there's 4 ways that you do this. Okay. So we're going to look at the 4 ways that came out of that divine download. Number 1 is that you start with logic when really you need to start with intuition. You start with logic when you need to start with intuition. There is a place for logic and strategy and numbers and pricing and structure and all the practical stuff. Absolutely there is. But when you're trying to live a life bigger than your current existence, logic can't come first. It doesn't know enough. It's like, to me, the feminine is more the intuition, the feminine energies. The masculine energies is logic and common sense and all of that stuff. It can't come first. your vision, which is more of your feminine energy, I don't care whether you're male or female, that comes first. It sees the bigger vision, the bigger dream, the bigger idea that you're looking to build. And then once that's established within you, once you've decided, yes, I want to bring that to life, then your logic and practical action and everything comes in. The masculine side comes in to bring it to life, to put strategy behind it, to make it make sense. But most of y'all are trying to start with logic and common sense. I always like to say you're trying to create uncommon success by using common sense. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay. The divine says, I do see what you cannot see. And though at times it is hard for you to truly comprehend the magnitude of what I try to get to you, you feel the truth of it within you. And that's the thing. Your intuition, your more feminine side, is more likely to hear those insights that the divine is trying to give you, because that's almost like the closest part of you to the divine realm. So you will hear, especially when you're trying to expand your life, the bigger picture will come from your intuition. But if you're trying to logicalize it ahead of getting the vision, you will just continue to react to the physical reality, and your life will just continue to get smaller and smaller, or it'll just stay the same if you're lucky. If you're lucky, it'll stay the same. If you're not lucky, it'll get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you'll get more and more frustrated that you're not getting where you would like to go. Okay? So starting with logic when you're trying to live luxuriously in your purpose is not a wise choice. You need to listen to that, the nudge that the divine is bringing to you. That's number one. Number two thing that, the mistake that you could make is that you say you believe the divine, but you don't believe yourself. Okay. So the divine started by saying, first you believe me, then you hear me. First you believe in yourself, then you trust that you can hear me, then you trust what you hear, then you trust enough to act on what you hear. And that's the way it goes. You believe the divine, yes, and most of y'all would say that, yes, you believe that there's a higher power, blah, 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 the universe, whatever you want to call it. But then when the divine speaks to you, if you do not trust what you are hearing, or if you do not trust yourself, and you say things like, oh, well, I just think I'm making it up. It's probably just me. I'm just making things up. I don't know enough. I need somebody else to confirm what I'm hearing from the divine. I need another sign, or maybe I need to take another course or something. And so then you hold yourself back because you don't trust yourself enough to trust what the divine is saying within you. So you might hear what the divine is saying, and maybe for everybody else, actually, you are very clear about what their next steps are and what they should do. But when it comes to you, because you don't really trust what you're hearing from the divine, you don't trust your capability of hearing clearly from the divine for yourself, so you don't act on what you hear. So you need to practice that whole trust. I like to say to my clients that there's an aggressive kind of trust that needs to be implemented. It's not just a wishy-washy, oh yeah, I trust. No, it's an aggressive trust where you practice this ability to hear something inside of you and you act upon it without overthinking it. It was yesterday I was speaking to my husband. There was something I need to do and it was a little bit scary for me. I was saying to him, the only reason I'm delaying is because I know I'm scared. And he's like, okay, so what can you do to help you with your fear? I'm like, well, actually, I know what I need to do, which is I just need to do it because I do it enough times and then I won't be so afraid anymore. And it's a choice to trust. It's a choice to trust. It's a choice to act on what you hear. It's not, instead of waiting for some more sign, no, you choose to trust. So that's number two. Are you trusting yourself to hear what the divine is saying to you? Okay. Number three, you call doubt logic and you feed it, okay, until it wins. Doubt, to me, is even sometimes more insidious than fear, because fear is like, oh yes, I'm afraid. You feel afraid, you feel tense, you feel petrified, you can't move, whatever. Doubt can look very logical. It can look like common sense. It can look like I'm being reasonable, I'm being sensible. The divine says you cause your own pain when you try to be both full of faith and full of fear. You do not say that that is what you're doing, of course. You say you're being logical and sensible. And that's a problem, because you think your doubt is logic and sense, but it's not. It sounds so rational, but actually, if you really look at it, it's just saying, yeah, don't do that. Don't do this bigger thing because it doesn't seem as safe as what we're used to. Let's be practical. Let's not get carried away. Let's wait until there's more proof. Let's not announce anything yet. Let's not charge too much. Let's not invest too much energy. Let's not be too principled. No, 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 no. Let's always have a backup plan. Let's not fully commit. And so you think you're being sensible, but what you're doing is listening to doubt. And as we'll go into the next part, you'll see that it stops you from acting fully, which then means you do not get the result. You get the result you're expecting to get from doubt. That the divine says you feel the call to greater things and you want to follow that call, while at the same time you're scared that you will look quite the fool when it all comes to nothing. The fear of looking foolish again is a very huge thing for a lot of people. The whole coming, how do I come across? How do I come across? I talk about it a lot because it's a big thing for a lot of people that come into my life. They come to work with me, and a lot of the things that's held them back is this idea of what people will think of them if they start to talk about the things they want to talk about, or do the things they want to do. What if my colleagues see me doing this stuff? I'll look like an idiot, wouldn't I? And all of that. And so they start to be careful and they think it's logical. They think they're using common sense, but what you're doing is staying stuck. And yeah, you're not allowing yourself to increase your income at all. And the fourth thing is you stay half in, half out, half in, half out. You take half energy, or no, half action, half powered action, and you call the result of that proof. And this pattern is where you are working very hard, you're busy, you're thinking hard, you're planning hard, you're trying hard, but you are tentative in your action. So you don't want to fully commit because you're worried that you will fail. And so you appear to be very, very busy, but you're not fully committed. You're not fully decided that this thing must happen. The divine says your fear of looking the fool is sometimes bigger than your desire for change. And so you stay in this painful place of almost breaking through, but not quite giving it enough power to truly break through. And frankly, that is torturous because you are working hard. It feels like you're giving it everything. You're thinking about it a lot. And sometimes you're doing more thinking than actually doing anything. So basically, but it feels like you're doing a lot because frankly, it takes a lot of energy to think a lot about something. So it feels like you're doing a lot, but you're not getting anywhere. And so you tell yourself that because you haven't got the results, that must mean that it's never going to work for you. But if you really are honest with yourself, you realize that you were always very tentative in your actions. You weren't fully committed to taking action. You were very, let's just try. Let me just try a little bit in, a little bit out, and all of that stuff. You are not really making the invitations for people to come and work with you. You're not really being visible. You're testing the water, or maybe you hide the whole faceless thing. Sometimes that's fine, but the faceless thing, it can be because you don't really want people to know that you're there. So there's this energy of I'm hiding a bit, and people are wondering why are you like this? But they don't know. So to them, it's just like let's keep away. And so you see that as evidence that it's not going to work, but it's because of the way you're showing up. Your energy is apologetic or tentative, and so you're not getting the results. And this is how you stay underpaid. Again, you stay underpaid. The divine says, stop pretending not to know and decide what must now be. Decide what you will truly commit to. Decide and act as though you have actually decided. And decision is not something you do once, it's over and over and over again. Every time you feel a little bit of fear, you decide again, am I choosing to bring this to life or not? Am I choosing to go all in or not? Am I going to be loyal to my old ideas, or am I going to fully trust myself, trust what the divine is saying to me, and act upon it? The choice is yours. So those are 4 ways that you could be messing around with your own money, messing around with your own vision, messing around with your ability to live the life that you're actually meant for. Okay, so if you're ready to start handling this stuff, go and get a copy of my book, the Money Manifestation Mastery and Strategic Divine Guidance book. Message me the word book and I'll get the link to you, or just go look at the link in my bio. There will be a link there somewhere. Okay. Now, let us end this by saying the love prayer together. Let me share my screen with you. We'll say that together and we'll bring this to a close. Let's do this. Okay. Hands on heart. And speak to the divine, speak to yourself. Your love dissolves all doubt. Your love dissolves all fear. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me clear. Your love dissolves all guilt. Your love dissolves all shame. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me in the game. Your love dissolves regret. Your love dissolves despair. Your love restores my hope, my peace, my joy. Your love restores my youth and my years. Your love dissolves resentment and envy. Your love dissolves hate and rage. Your love dissolves any bitter root within me. Your love rebuilds my self-trust and my faith. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love flows freely through me right now, harmonizing and adjusting. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love makes me magnetic to the desires of my heart. Take a moment, consider those desires. Feel the love of the divine going all over them right now. I feel your love propelling me forward into greater and greater financial prosperity right now. Money, wealth, riches are flooding into my life from everywhere in great abundance with ease and with speed. And on that note, go forth and prosper. As always, such a pleasure doing this with you. Much amazing, amazing, amazing love. Bye.